Welcome to another episode of Marketing 101 for Chiropractors, where we keep you ahead of the curve, attracting more new patients and growing your business. Now, here's your host, Dr. D himself.
If you're not getting leads, if you're getting lots of leads, but they're not booking, or they're ghosting, or they're price shopping, the problem is not your ads, it's what's happening after the lead. In 2026, we're noticing that leads are cooler, attention span is shorter, trust is lower, speed and process are mattering more than ever before. So what do we do to improve conversions? Welcome back to Marketing 101 for Chiropractors, where we dissect marketing issues to help you grow and scale your practice each and every week. Thanks for tuning in. This week, just crushing this lead topic. We need to dive in. I'm going to do some webinars on the Marketing 101 group. You can reach out to me, and on the YouTube channel, I'll put some stuff out there as well for you guys to help you convert better in 2026. There is a recipe. The recipe keeps changing. 2024, we were making cupcakes. 2025, we were baking waffles. 2026, we're making souffle. I don't know what's happening this year. It's different, but we have to change the recipe each and every year on what's happening. And what's happening is market saturation to our devices. People are ignoring their phones. You call them, they will not even pick up unless they recognize the number. They're changing their ringtone to the three people that they need the ringtone for. That's it. And it will ring. It will bypass the silence. And it's their kids, their spouse. That's probably about it. And then the rest of them, they're looking at the phone number. If it doesn't come up with the caller ID that they programmed into their phone saying, James Martin, Kathy Bates, whatever, if they don't know who that is, they are not picking up the phone. There's just too much spam going on. Insurance calls, marketing calls, texting is spamming all now on your phone. All you're getting is spam text. You're probably getting more spam text per day than you are actual texts from people that you want to have conversations with. So if you're experiencing this, your customers and patients are experiencing this too. So when you send out an automation, you're just another spammer. We have to understand that. It doesn't mean give up. Are the insurance companies giving up for marketplace insurance for healthcare? No, they call me about 6 or 7 times a day. One great lesson was a financial thing that I got into a month ago with some lending. I'm like, you know what? We have a second corporation, an LLC. It's got no business credit, does nothing. It's just a holding company. I wonder if I could take out some type of line of credit to help boost the thing. So as soon as you sniff out some financial advice online and you fill out any landing page forms, game over. Now, I'm impressed with this one company. I think it's Lendio. I probably, on average, 12 calls a day. On average, 12. And we're going on to week 3. And it's not the weekends. They do respect the weekends. Monday through Friday, he will call my phone 12 times a day because I'm adjusting patients, or I'm on lunch break, or I'm driving home from work. And he's catching me. I just don't want to talk to him at the times that he's calling. And I miss most of them. But it's 12 times a day. And that made me think, I'm like, okay, they really want to close this, right? I'm a lead to them. This makes sense. Like, am I doing that in my business with the leads that come in? And it's a hell to the no. Why? We feel like as doctors and healthcare, we shouldn't annoy our patients that much. And you shouldn't annoy your patients. I guarantee you, they are not calling their current customers who have lending with them 12 times a day. They're probably not calling them 12 times a year. They're probably not calling them 12 times at all after the thing is done, after they become a customer. So you got to remember, until they are a patient in your EHR system, you're not bothering anyone. If they're not a patient, hound the hell out of them. And you need to do this. Now, most of us have a small team, a chiropractor, 2 chiropractors, a CA, 2 CAs. That's it. It's a small team of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. That's it. It's a small team. So to put an entire call center into your office to try and do this becomes a nuisance. However, in a smaller office, this is what you're doing if you're doing Facebook ads. There's no other way around this. There's 2 methods to capturing leads. Facebook forms, which Meta highly suggests using and favors, your money will go further with a Facebook form. It's just the way it is. They want to keep everything in-house to prevent spam, fraud, and theft. As soon as you leave Meta's website to a landing page, they have no control on where you're going. You might be going to Temu and buying complete fraudulent stuff from there. I don't know how Temu's legal in America, but it is. And you end up getting the product and you realize how crappy it really is. Or worse, you get some spam or you get fraud or you don't get anything that you paid for. A lot of fraud's going on. So that's why they do that. So the other method is your landing page, which is not fraud, or you're not doing anything. You're sending them to a landing page to teach them more about this problem that you solve, because we've talked about this before. So you send them there, and in the landing page, you've got more information about POTS syndrome, more information about disc herniations, more information about inflammation, more information about your red light and how you lose inches and decrease, inflammation, whatever it is. You're teaching them more about that to get a higher quality lead. So if they're willing to click, go to a website, fill out a form on your landing page, and read through some more information, now you've got a warm lead. If you have a closing on that landing page where they prepay, holy smokes, you've got a really warm lead that is waiting for a phone call or a text to book their appointment. That's the best funnel. Now, with those types of funnels, they work for certain things and they don't work for certain things. The prepay for chiropractic is tough. It's very tough. $49 new patient exam, x-rays, and consult and report of findings is being done in your area by dozens of chiropractic offices. It's price shopping and you're all $49, which is kind of cool because now you've kind of eliminated the price shopping thing. But you'll have that one chiro doing the $25. And guess what? They're getting more leads because of that differentiation, but it's not a good strategy at all. And the leads kind of suck. And that's what this episode's all about. All those cold leads that are price shopping, filling out the form because it's $49. They don't have to prepay. There's no commitment. There's no skin in the game. So more leads does not equal more new patients. You've learned this over the last year. So what's really broken, and I'm helping chiropractors fix this and build it properly, and it takes time. You cannot build these things off the bat and start off, there's certain funnels that work. I love the red light funnels. They work really well. You target women 40 plus in your area. You throw, $2,000-$3,000 in ad spend towards it. You get almost 100 leads. You get 100 leads and they're really good. You get 60, 65, 70 show up rate. It's good. And they prepaid you the $79. It all works. Then they come in and then you've got your packages that you sell them in there. 6 visits, 12 visits, like a weight loss program, whatever it is. You got your low, your mid, your high ticket. You guys know what we're talking about. That funnel works. In chiropractic, the best ones are the spinal decompression is number one. This doesn't mean go run out and get a spinal decompression unit if you don't have it right now. It means that you're solving a very specific problem. So the women over 40, skin tightening, inches lost, those are all great taglines. Those are all great headlines. They want that. You're local, you're close to their house, they click, they prepay $79, low barrier offer. They'll get into women for cosmetics and for all that stuff for $79. They're like, hey, I just spent $550 on Botox 3 weeks ago. I mean, $79. This is easy. Let's try it. So they're willing to try it and see what's different. And they've tried other red lights. So with spinal decompression now, you're getting more of the specifics. So all I'm trying to say is this problems that we're solving. So the slow follow-up is what's really killing this type of marketing or making it more difficult. Even with poor follow-up, Facebook marketing, you spend $1,500 in ad spend and you get 3 new patients out of it. It's still a low barrier offer. You're probably not breaking even unless one of them closed on your care plan and it's your care plans are $1,500. Then there you go. All you need to do is close one. The other 2, you may have got maybe another close on there or a few visits out of that. So and it's pulling teeth. So a lot of chiropractors experience that, a 1-to-1, which is a loss. It's a waste of time. They're coming on in, you're breaking even on your ad spend. That's not the part of marketing. That's not the point of marketing. It's to make a 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 10-to-1 return. I mean, this is what we want to be doing with our marketing. There's no structured conversion process. This is an issue. The weak front desk scripting, because your front desk is trained on talking to your current patients. Current patients are great people. They're who you want. You want them to keep coming back. You spend more time and effort with them, and you're more than willing to have a conversation with them. Your CAs and your front desk do not want to talk to cold leads. They just don't want to. Half of them are like, why are you calling me? They don't even want to be on the conversation. They don't want to talk much. And it's like pulling teeth. So they've trained in all these wonderful patients that they talk to every day that want to be there. And then you're like, hey, by the way, I want you to make these calls to these people too. And they're like, well, this is very different. And you can hear the stories that they hear on the phone. And sometimes they get swear words and sometimes. So it's not a great culture for them there. So you have to have scripting and training your front desk person, or the one person that you delegate this to do it very well. You need a strong, thick-skinned person to do this. There's no pre-frame before they walk in, and letting patients decide later. So what we mean by that is we're going to dissect this right now. If you're converting 20% versus 40%, you're literally cutting your business potential in half on this. So I'm trying to get you from a 20% conversion rate to a 40% conversion rate. That's really it on this podcast. And you'll see dramatic improvements in your leads, and without spending another extra money on your actual ads. So speed to the lead. We have the automations. We talked about this. They should be getting a text, an email, and then a phone call as fast as they can. So text and email within 60 seconds, and then multiple touch points in the first 10 minutes. So that means multiple texts, multiple emails. The first one is a quick one saying, we received your information. Thank you for signing up for ABC promo at ABC Chiropractic. Boom. Next one, within a minute or two later, are you experiencing pain in your neck or low back? Let's go with the spinal decompression ads for now. Are you experiencing pain in your neck or low back? Just a way to get a response from them. So a script example would be, hey, this is Heather from Full Life Chiropractic. Saw you requested info. Quick question. What's been going on? Or is it in your neck or your low back? So you control the conversation. Don't answer the questions. Lead the process of this. Move towards booking immediately. This is what we want to do. We want to get them towards, when can we get you in to speak with the doctor? Let's get you scheduled so we can actually figure out what's going on. These are texts. These are in the emails. This is the scripting on the call. And we'll get into some more details on the funnel. Pre-frame before they arrive. What does this mean? Most offices skip this, and that's a huge mistake. You want to send a short video on what to expect, why your process is different, and why they need to show up. This will reduce your no-shows, your skepticism, and your price resistance, and even get them on the phone to book that appointment. So you've got a text, an email right away, another text, where's the pain? An hour later, they get another email with a link to book. This is how you book your thing. Email's hard. They're not really checking email. They're more receptive to text. Your team comes in. Maybe this all happened at 7:45 p.m. the night before. Your team comes in the next morning. They're trying to make the calls. And sometime between that and when your team comes in, they've got that third text with a video. This is what to expect. This is why our process is different. And this is why you need to show up. Here at ABC Chiropractic, we utilize a combination of modalities that target disc issues specifically for people in our area. We do this by using medical grade spinal decompression, flexion and traction techniques in chiropractic with adjusting, class 4 laser therapy at the same time to reduce inflammation and pain. And we may even introduce peptides or some other modalities that may be new to you or didn't even know that you qualified for. This is why you need to show up so we can do a proper assessment. And when you come this first day, we're going to use thermography to measure specific points of inflammation along your spinal column and take x-rays, whether you've had an MRI or not, to see where you are at this very moment to get the right settings on our medical grade spinal decompression unit customized to you. Look forward to seeing you soon. It's a quick video. They get that video. At least they see you, they hear you, they know you've said something about your location in there, and you'll see a huge change with that video. That's in this podcast. That's the one golden nugget. I got 2 for you today. In-office conversions and systems, we got to stop hoping they sign up. And I just made this up because I think as a team, we have this hope. You create the ads, or you call me up as the digital coach. You're like, run the ads. We run the ads. And then you get these leads and you're like, I hope I get those 47 new patients, 47 leads, right? 100% conversion rate. But that's not how it works. So we have to stop hoping. We have to do the work to get them in. We must include a clear report of findings, an emotional connection to their problem, and financial conversation with confidence once they come in for the conversion. If they leave thinking about it, you lost control. And another thing that I'm guilty of too, that I've done for years, I'm like, man, $49 new patient exam, this is a waste of my time. I'm going to condense this exam to 10 minutes. Well, are they really getting the experience at ABC Chiropractic if you do that? And we changed it. And once we changed that, we treated them for that, the value went way up. They were like, whoa, I'm getting way more than $49 worth. And I'm the type of person that reiterates that to them. I'm like, hey, this is normally $200 to do the full consultation for the time that it's going to take, but we're doing this for $49 to really give you an opportunity to come on in here. So not only am I going to do an assessment, an exam, the thermal, but we're going to go in and take some x-rays as well. They're all added in here for you. No extra charge. Come with me. Let's take a look. We stand up in front of the computer. We go through their x-rays with them. I'm like, listen, I know you said something about an MRI 5 years ago. It shows me right here what's going on with that MRI. And you can see it there with the degeneration at L5. There's a little bit of movement there too. There's some sliding of the disc. It's called a slip disc. That causes stenosis in the column as well. So I got to change the machine a little bit and put you into a little bit of flexion at L5. We're going to try the supine first. We might do it pronated later, but let's start you there. And, how much do you weigh? We're going to start off at 60% body weight, and we'll start there. We're going to put you in the first protocol today and just try that and see how you feel. There's no magic on the first adjustment. You may actually feel a little bit tighter. It's going to feel more tense, more tight as we create that reverse pressure in your spine. Let's get you started here. Normally, this whole thing is the $200 plus the $150 for the spinal decompression, a $350 value. We're doing that all for you today. But before I put you on this table and get your hopes up, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you? How willing are you to get this fixed? Not just a Band-Aid on this. How willing are you to get this fixed on a scale of 1 to 10? 1, yeah, not so much. 10, like I'll do anything to get this fixed. And I pause. 10, great. So starting this, we need to do at least a dozen treatments of this. And I want you started at 3 times a week when we do this. And as you respond to this, I'll know more after a few treatments on how fast you're going to progress. But we're going to start with 12, 3 times a week. That's for the first month. And then for the next 2 months, we might have to do twice a week on that. So I'll put together a 24, 36 visit plan for you. This is going to be between $3,000 and $4,500. And we'll split it up on the payment plan any way that works for you. And we split this over 3 or 4 payments. However, now that I told you the finances, how does that change that number that you just told me at 10 out of 10? This is the conversation before. This is how I have to do it. I felt like I was wasting my time. So I was shortening the exam. And what that did was like, hey, come on in. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Let's go over here. And I didn't do the thermal. I'm like, you're not getting my thermal scans. Those things are cool. I'm not doing that for $49. And I thought I was, saving my time on the schedule. Get them right on there. Oh, yeah. See how you feel. And the table's going to sell itself. Well, it didn't go very well. And now with that, it went down. So they'll be like, oh, why is it 4,500? I'm like, that's worst case scenario. And that's over time. But I want you to know now. I don't want to surprise you tomorrow when you come back. I'd rather do it right now. It's like, no, I don't know. So does that change your 10? What's the number now with the finances? Well, I still want to do it. No, you don't, because it's not a 10 anymore, is it? And they're like, it is. Okay, great. I'll put a financial plan together for you. Prepare to pay $4,500 and we'll figure it out. Like that's before I put them on the spinal decompression. I don't know if you can do that, but for me, I need that integrity for myself personally at this far into my career where there's just no more of this, trying stuff. So that's where we're at there. It's been working, but the economy, I don't care what you say or where you're from or what part of the country you're from, it's switched the last 2 years. Like patients are coming to me saying, I can't afford care anymore. Like, I can't do this. I'm like, no, listen, before you cut this off, you got to cut off your subscription to Disney Plus and your Disney passes. Like, that's $4,500. That pays for your whole year of chiropractic for you and your family. If I see you going to Disney and you cut out chiropractic, well, it shows me where your values are at. These are the conversations we're having. I mean, you have to. If they're coming to you with hard conversations, you got to rebound with hard conversations. Like, you got to prioritize what's best for you. So there we go. What we need to do is, you don't have a lead problem. You have a leadership and process problem. Your whole team has to be on this. You have to change the conversation, call them way more, send that video text right off the bat, have that put in there, then have the follow up with the phone calls with your team all the time. Hey, Michael, it's Heather again from ABC Chiropractic, calling you again. I know I'm being a nuisance. I am not a telemarketer. I am not designed for this. I work at the chiropractic office. I got a lot of things to do. I saw that you were interested. Could you give me a call back and say, I'm interested or I'm not interested? Either way, call me back. I'm not a big texter. I know our system does this. I'm not a big emailer. Call me back at our number, 813-422-5566, and call us back and just let me know. Are you in? Are you out? Leave me a voicemail if you don't catch me, and just say, hey, it's Michael. Stop calling me. And I would really appreciate that. I'll take you off my call list. I'll never call you again. That's like call number 8. That's what she's saying. And then now she knows. She puts them in the made contact, leaves a note and said final contact, goes into our long-term nurture sequence. They will get emails from us forever. And hopefully they become a patient some other time or think about us some other time. That's how we're doing this in 2026. A little bit more effort, a little bit more follow through, and you can convert these. You can convert these. Go get them. If you have any questions, info@enricod.com, and I'm here to answer them anytime.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and leave a rating. It helps get our podcast out to more listeners. Also, join Marketing 101 for Chiropractors on Facebook, or visit us at enricod.com for more information on growing and scaling your business.